Hello everyone, Bill here again with a out-of-the-box review of the Pz.Kpfw Ausführung JTP early production smart kit from Dragon. This is kit number 6543. A lot of people have already seen this kit before. As far as I know, on YouTube, there's a couple in Russian, and Hollywood Modeling also did a review of this kit. But for me, this is something very special. First off, it's a Panzer 3. Panzer 3. I like Panzer 3s. They're some of my favorite. One of the first kits that I ever built as a child was a Pz.Kpfw. And I have to admit, after listening to Adam Mann, I kind of got caught up with the bug of wondering why he was always so thrilled about specifically the Panzer 3 kits from Dragon. I think I know why now. I've already looked in the box. I've already opened up everything out of the bags, so this will go fairly quickly. Just quick looks at the box sides. Fairly well detailed turret. Yeah, whatever that is with the hatch. Oh yeah, new designed engine cover. Right, this is some of the things that Adam Mann always made a point of mentioning, that they upgrade parts once in a while from some of the original kits. I'm not going to go over the history of this kit. You want to know about it, go to ScaleMates, just like Adam Mann does. Perfect place to look. Here's the end, the other end. The same as usual. The back side with all these special CAD drawings showing all the neat details. Slide molded turret. Slide molded stowage bin that can be assembled, opened, or closed, and has somewhat of an interior with the wooden support beams in it. The idler wheel with this beautiful track tension adjuster and PE parts. The air deflector meshes, the gearbox access hatches, the drive wheels themselves. It has magic tracks, the no-tech headlight, toolboxes with padlocks, slide molded lower hull with exquisite detail. Yay! Well, I don't mind. And, that's kind of neat, exhaust pipes with hollow ends. More companies should do that. Nonetheless, let's look in the box. I'll basically move it out to the side. It's full. It's full with pieces. It's so full with pieces, I'm dying. I'm serious. This is just incredible. Starting off, typical Dragon instruction sheet. Let's put it this way. A lot of people complain about them, and after looking at it, I can understand why. Unimportant. The important thing to me, though, is, because I'm the kind of person who likes unusual vehicles, I tend more towards paper tanks, the VK series, anything that's really wasn't so mainstream. And I guess, okay, a Panzer 3, that's pretty mainstream. But when I look at here and see all of these blue bits, and after watching every damn review that Adam Mann has ever made on a Panzer 3 and Hamilcar Barcas, oh, that reminds me of something. I'd like to say a special thanks to Besondere Dank, because he made it possible for me to have this kit. Gotta love him, especially, you know, somebody you don't really know, but through the internet, and they help you out with something that you've always wanted but couldn't afford. I love it. Thanks again. Back to the kit. The Sprue Map, lots of blue, which tells me there's a lot of pieces for other versions. And looking here, it looks like, oh, there's some reinforced armor pieces for the upper hull. There's probably some stud parts in here. Some tools without clasps and with clasps. And there's all kinds of neat stuff here that I can use to make my own variant, which basically Okay, some of you rivet counters will probably want to crucify me, but basically I want to take this one, and instead of making it an early, I want to make it a very late with the longer gun barrel and Ausf and reinforced armor. If there really was one like that, who knows? I don't know. I don't care. I've got the possibility to do all of these things. I see reinforced armor plates laying in there. This is great. And that's one of the neat things about Dragon. They give you so much extra stuff. Incredible. Now, if only they'd make a booklet for their instruction sheet instead of making it this. I can't just... It's too long. It's frustrating, but I'll live with it. So, I'm sure you've all seen a Dragon instruction sheet 1,000 times. Pretty basic, pretty obvious. The suspension goes together just like any other Panzer III. Gee, I really like it when they make me cut things. I have to cut bolts off? For this version? No, I don't want to. I guess I could. But why? Why? Yeah, okay. Never mind. I know why. Same hull, 5 different versions. I do like the torsion bars, though. Yeah, they've already got you putting on the wheels and everything. One nice thing about Panzer IIIs and IVs, you can put on the road wheels and still do all the weathering like any Panther or Tiger, because the tracks get in the way of the wheels, which get in the way of the other wheels. And that's besides the point. Anyway, beautiful detailing here on the tub itself, on the smoke grenade launcher in the back, and the exhaust system. And they got me cutting something off again. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh well. I'll live with it. I can't complain. The addition of PE photo etch parts within here. A nice visual layout of where all the tools go and if they're optional or not. From detailing here, looks really nice. The 100,000 part jack, which all in all I can't complain. They do look good when you put them together. Here we go again, why I hate these instruction sheets from them, but nonetheless, so far so good. Nice overhead view again of the fenders and where all tools and objects go. Some interesting notes about being careful to glue things in certain areas. The special rear deck with its special covers and louvers to be able to get more ventilation into the engine in tropical climates. Armor shield for the gun. What do you call it, for the turret ring? The many times praised and often cursed machine gun for the bow, but hey, it looks pretty good to me. I've never had one of these before. When I'm building this, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Nice detailing on all the armored slots, vision ports, including the handles. Wow. I haven't seen that except for in a Hobby Boss turret of a PK-4502. Of course, I've never had a Dragon kit before, so what have we got here? Hey, when did the tracks go on? That's funny. All of a sudden, if you notice, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whoops, the tracks are on. How'd they get there? They don't even tell you. Assemble the magic tracks and put them on now, before putting on the fenders. If you're not really paying attention and see item W 98 times, you won't even know. Here's some optional mounts. A C27 or a C26, and it's just the shape of the bracket. But I like the choice. The extremely complicated Commander's cupola, very impressive. A fairly decently detailed gun, including a breech. Oh, that'll be nice. Options, again, you can cut them off or leave them on. It's an option. A commander's seat, a loader's seat, the ventilator. God, the details on this turret are incredible. I'm going to have fun putting this together. And then the final step, of course, throwing everything together real quick on the turret and putting the turret on. Personal opinion. Some of this could have been spread out over a couple of more steps. Hobby Boss sometimes does an okay job, and sometimes they do the same as this. They just throw everything together in one step, and you're like going, yeah, a sub-assembly here and sub-assembly there, and where'd that come from? And yeah. We build models. We learn from it. We have fun. I guess being frustrated is part of the fun sometimes. But, okay, this kit is not the newest. It's from, I know, ask Adam Mann. It's from, what's the box say? According to the box, 2012. 2012. 4 years. 3 and some. Dragon could do something about this, if you ask me. They got such high part counts, such high detail, and then they half-ass it with instructions that are all just crammed together and sometimes don't really make sense. Besides the point. We're not going to criticize them for that. What we want to do is look at the parts. And of course, the first thing is an mini Dragon card, Pz.Kpfw, with clear parts, part of the gun muzzle brake, not muzzle brake, barrel support, the ball mount for something, the machine gun for the bow gunner position. Nice little clear parts for your visors. Not that they'll ever stay clear. A minimal photo etch set. The important things on it, the grills, the back lower grills, a couple of tool clasps, not bad. A set of non-handed magic tracks, which, like I said, if I have my choice, I'm going to save up my pennies, and I want to get a set of Friel Ausf. They're the only company that actually makes a decent set of Ausf, unfortunately. I could get winter tracks for, I think, 10 euros. Winter tracks from Easy Metal Links are 20 some odd euros, or the 30 some odd euro winter tracks from Friel. But the difference between the winter tracks and Ausf are that the winter tracks just have like an extension. Ausf have a complete, like 1/3 of one of these tracks added to the side plus a little piece. They just look brutal. They're really nice, and that's something I really want to do. It gives it that hot rod look. So let's look at sprue. This sprue here, we've got your, what do you call them, idler arms, part of the back of the exhaust, the front supports. My God. Okay, now I know why Adam Mann is always so impressed by this. The fidelity and detail is absolutely incredible. I built a lot of kits from a lot of different companies. Wow. This, I don't know how well you can see that, but all the little itty bitty nubs and bits and pieces that you normally don't find on. Jesus, the exhaust pipe has got little. It's got like texture to it, like roughness. Very impressive. The shock absorbers. Yeah. There's a little softness in the area where they join to the mounting points, where you could see, I might need to take a knife to that if I really want some hardcore detail. But otherwise, nice. Very, very bloody nice. And I love these tension, track tension adjusters. Those are really sweet. Okay, enough of that. Oops. So here we've got some multiple variants of hatch covers, different types and styles for the, I don't know, that looks like the transmission hatches or back that's the rear hatch for the rear deck. There's a lot of these modifications for the tropical version with the special lift or standoffs, so it gets more air inside of it. The old style wood block with very nice wood grain. Cannot complain on that. A bunch of little fiddly bits. I wonder what the heck these are. I'll find out though. Some tools. This is the track tensioning bar, and it's got the little clasps on the side, which I'm very happy with. The same with the wire cutters and the fire extinguisher. Very nice. Although, God's truth, the one from Hobby Boss has more detail on it. Unfortunately, I don't have one handy, but it has just a touch more detail on it. The tow rope for plastic, tolerable. It's 2 tow ropes interlaced with each other. That's interesting. I like that idea. I wonder if I could use a concept like that on my VK1602. I haven't made a tow rope for it yet, but that's a neat idea. Apparently it lays on the back deck. Nonetheless, beautiful detail. These hatches are not perfectly smooth. They've got like that rolled steel texture to it. Very surprising, very impressive. So, next. This here is the gun breech recoil assembly. The slide molded gun. Very nice, hollowed out barrel. But like I said, I'm probably going to replace this with the, I think it was the L60. 50mm L60. This is the L42 if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't mind having the longer gun. I think that would be cool. Just looks meaner. And I'm sure somebody had one on there. A lot of really, really fine parts for the gun too, and these handles, very nicely done. The sprue attachment point is nice and fine. I don't think that'll break at all. Part of the gun mantlet. Very nice detail on that. Cannot complain one bit. In fact, I'm getting more and more impressed the more I look. So, here's some of these extra parts. The extra frontal armor. I think I'll use that though. Why not? It's there. Why not use it? Standard armor plate in front, and these have really nice texture and bold detail. Very nice. Really, really, really cool. Another part of the barrel mantlet. The smoke grenade launcher holders. And you know what? For being plastic, they're nice. They're fairly thin. They're like the 1602, VK1602 from Hobby Boss. I hate to compare it with it, but I'm building it right now. So, but by comparison, the one from Hobby Boss is twice as thick as this. So the ability to make really fine parts in really, really thin plastic definitely exists, and Dragon proves it. And apparently they've been doing it for a while. This is a toolbox. Has a light texture to it. Has a nice ribbing on the edge. No, it might be a track block. No, it's a toolbox. Wooden toolbox. It's got a clasp on the end. Nonetheless, again, beautiful pieces. Lots of little grips and handles and thingamajiggies here. You're going to have to figure out what those are. So here we have separate tools. A lot of these, again, have clasp. There's the No-Tech light, and it's nice. Clasp. Oh, hey, that's cool. There's even a loose plastic clasp here. I wish more companies would make that. I would love to just buy a bag of loose clasps. That'd make me happy. That way I don't have to fidget with PE on those itty-bitty little tiny things that you can't even see anyway after you paint it over it. So it's like, what was the point? I'm with Adam Mann on this point, at least. These clasps, for example, on this hammer here, look more than adequate enough to look like they're holding the tool down. They've got a mounting point on one side and the way the hook and clasp on the other side would hang. I like that. Very, very impressive. Yay, Commander's cupola with cute little hatches that have very nice interior detailing work on them. Don't know how well you can see that. If not, look at Adam Mann's reviews and you will see it. And the individual vision blocks in opened or closed position. Also nice. Put some open, some closed. I like that. I love options. Anytime a kit gives me the option to do something that's not the same, great. Different matlet types. Interesting. I'm going to have fun with this. Trying to decide which matlet type I want to use. The turret basket. Whoops. Sorry. Gorgeous. Really nice. Although I always wondered why they hung it out here every damn time. You see it's boink. It's like an afterthought. What else have we got here? The lid for the turret basket. The interior side of the turret basket. Nice detail. Yay! Rear deck. Whether this one's used or not, I'll have to double check. But, again, wonderful rolled steel texture. Not on the sides, that's where the vents go. But on the top, also the little detailed hooks, grab handles, whatever you want to call them, tie-down handles. Fenders with an interesting, very, very interesting diamond hatch texture. Very, very fine. Makes me wonder. And the inside is, well, it's just got a bunch of holes in it. Apparently those are the holes that you have to drill out if you want certain items on the upper deck. Options, options. Options are always good. There's the rear grenade launcher. And for a plastic piece, see if you can see that. That's pretty darn good. Nice little tiny, thin. I mean, these are thinner and smaller and finer than the grenade launchers on the Hobby Boss kit. So, wow. I'm impressed. Yay, extra deck for the extra armor. I'm going to do mine up armored anyway. I like that. And the parts go on. This is basically the previous sprue, but obviously with a different type of fender missing, probably from a Stug. Engine deck hatches. reinforced armor. Probably just use a few pieces of it. Oh, a nice toolbox. That is sweet. I don't know if it's going to focus on me, but I tell you, that toolbox is awesome. It's got the hasps to open and close it on the sides. Very impressive. Yeah, this is a Stug sprue, you can tell. There's the gun shield from the Stug. Okay. Oi! Little bit. Lots of little bits and pieces and thingamajigs and whatchamacallits. Holy, my God. Okay, I'm impressed. I'm extremely impressed. This is bizarre. Look at all these little hooks. You can't even see them. I can, well, yeah, you can. But, very impressive. These are like the hooks for the turret lifting ring on that leopard. Again, we have some tools. Boy, there's going to be a lot of stuff at the spares bin. And here's a fire extinguisher that looks much better than the first one. It's got the clasp mounted on it more appropriately. It's more clearly detailed than the one that was on the other sprue. So I'll probably be using that one if I have a choice. But wow, this is really amazing. This light rolled steel texture on all the upper deck. Okay, this goes on top of that, but nonetheless, very, very, very nice. There's stuff here. I have no idea where they're going to go. I hope my little fiddle fingers can figure out how to work with some of these things. But I've done harder before, so I've got a lot of confidence that I'm going to enjoy this. Next we have more little bits. Oh, these are the grab handles for the... Oh, wow. Here's some smoke grenade launchers. Nice. Very nice. Oh, yeah. Those other smoke grenade launchers, that must have been from a Stug, too. Panzer-Kampfwagen 4. From a Panzer IV. Okay. But now I got, oh man, I've got a lot of nice spare parts here. This is beautiful. And the detail on these little hatches is really, really nice. Really impressive. And the more I look at this, the more I understand why some people say Dragon kits are non plus ultra. They are really impressive. No flash, no damages, no missing things, just detail without end. Blows me away. Oh yeah, here. The Stug sprue with, damn it, with the drive wheels, drive sprockets, return rollers. Ooh. That's the first time I've seen a Panzer III kit with the correct support pins for the wheels, for the road wheels. That they've got these pins that go through them. That's impressive. I mean, that's, wow. There's detail here that you will never, ever in your life see after you've built the model. But it's here. And it's well done. It's very impressive. And here we go again. Another Stug 3G sprue with more of the same as before. Oh, and a little machine gun. Pity it doesn't have ammunition on it. I'll have to scratch build a magazine for that. Very nice. Incredibly finely detailed pieces. Where's the other one? Stuck 3G. Wow, I got 2 machine guns. That's cool. Yeah. Lots and lots of spare parts. Lots and lots of optional parts that allow you to do more than normal or average with a kit. Most kits, you know it, they come with it and that's it. I am really, really liking this Dragon kit. And it's my first kit from Dragon, so I like it even more. The slide molded, very, very stable, nice turret with extreme amounts of detail on it. Will you look at that? Every bolt, little rivet, these are going to take a wash like you wouldn't believe. You can even tell that that is a standard screwdriver screw-headed screw, you know? This, what do you call it? Yeah, it's not a Phillips, it's a standard screwdriver. You can see that those are screw heads on this turret, which impresses me even more. I mean, God's truth, you'd need a magnifying glass normally to even come close to seeing some of the detail on there. That's just incredible. And I can see it. I know what I'm looking for. But now I'm really, really impressed. And the lower hull tub. That's funny. Looks like there's a slot here for a bulkhead, but I don't recall seeing a bulkhead. Because, let me guess, all I have to do is ask Adam Mann and he'll tell me that's a Stug 3 hull. And that bulkhead is only for the Stug 3. Bet money on it. It's not marked anywhere, unfortunately. But I'd bet it is. Nonetheless, I may just add the bulkhead in there. There's enough pictures of Panzer IIIs on the internet, you can find out how the inside looks to a certain extent. Of course, then I'd have to add the transmission. Nah, I think I'm just going to build this. This is my first Dragon kit, so I'm just going to build this the way it is and see how it turns out. Now, here's something odd. Well, okay, it's lightly textured on the side here, but it's... Okay, you can hear it. You can hear it. It's got that rolled steel texture. And the bottom of the hull is beautifully detailed. Here's one of Adam Mann's pet peeves. These pins. Every one of them look like they are on the verge of stress fracturing off of the side of this hull. Yep, there's even one broken already. No big deal. Nothing can't be fixed. They're not important anyway. Yep, these two, they're just about ready to break. Yeah, they could have been solved in a different manner. But not important. And then my friend Prototac was nice enough also to include this PE upgrade set from Voyager Models. And I really, really like the stuff from Voyager Models. They have got detail without, and a lot of it I don't even use, but we will look at this anyway. Lots of PE pieces for grab handles, insides of the hatches, a complete hatch. Wow. Lots of little locking plates and hinges and clasp for your tools. Oh, complete metal toolbox too. Nice. Upgrade for the jack. Wow. A set of tow ropes. Yay! Don't have to use the plastic ones. I hate plastic tow rooms. Even though the ones in this kit, I gotta admit, they look pretty darn good, and they probably clean up fairly easily. Good grief. Looks like the mounting bracket for the radio antenna even. That's ridiculous. Although I do like this, a photo etched antenna holder. And all the stuff for the grenade launcher for the back of the vehicle. That's nice. A little fiddly there. I'll probably use the kit itself, the kit parts itself, but there are some little odds and ends inside here, like, hey, real metal smoke grenades. Cool. And all kinds of little odds and bits and pieces and tow hooks, and I don't know, it might be easier to see it that way. You can see the little grenades. Those are nice. Photo etch on top of photo etch. On top of photo etch. Little chains for the grenades, I think. Good grief. Another exhaust grill. Rivets. Nice. And a shovel and straps and mounting brackets and rivets. Tons of rivets. Oh boy. Oops. And more. Yeah, look, even the hatches. Toolboxes. The exhaust shield. Oh, I like that. I like that in metal. That's sweet. You can't see it that well, but knowing it's there, it's half the fun. Reflectors and oh, this is really nice. I gotta say, thanks again to Besondere Dank. That is just incredible. And also there was an Auber gun barrel. I like Auber gun barrels. I've got one on my 4502, and that one it's beautiful. I really like that one. But I think I'm gonna opt for the L60 barrel instead, and like I said, go for a what was I saying? A late version Ausf with Ausf, say 1945-ish, because any of those vehicles were delivered in later variants to the front with Ausf already installed. I've been doing my homework on this ever since I got this kit, and there's no reason why it can't be that way. So that was my review for the Pz.Kpfw Ausführung. I hope it was informative. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. And thanks again for watching, and happy modeling. Bye-bye.